Okay, Sunday night, 7 after 1. Thank you, Josh, for that handoff. That was really fun to watch George and get insight from... Wow, what a weekend. We're going to kick off here in just 1 second. That looks good to me. And we're going to go this way here. Good evening, Ham Radio 2.0. And I told my wife last night that I was actually tired of watching YouTube. Now, I said, this is probably the first time you're going to ever hear me say this, but wow, what a weekend, guys. We had some awesome content this weekend. I hope everyone had a really good time. It was tiring. It was absolutely tiring, but it's the good kind of tired. It's like when you go to Dayton Hamvention and you can't walk after 2 days, but you get up Sunday morning and you're like, yep, let's go again. I'm not done yet. So that's the first time I ever did. So I'm gonna bring everybody on here. If you had a video that premiered or live streamed this weekend, please join the Zoom chat, or I'm sorry, the Zoom link that I put into the chat. You are welcome to join us. We got Smokin' Ape in the house. We got Ham Radio TV. We've got, who else? Frank is in there. Charlie, Hayden, Good Game, Radio Runner, Izzo, Ham Radio Dude, Kyle, 741, and WJ6F Craig. So far, hopefully a few more of y'all will join. I know that some of y'all might have to drop early, and that's okay. One quick thing, and I'm going to bring everybody in here real quick. People have been asking about these shirts. And Josh mentioned on his stream a minute ago that his wife Leah, put these shirts up. And I don't know, he said he's not sure, but she may pull them after this weekend. So I placed an order last night for like 4 of these. I'm going to give one to Frank, and I'm going to give one to, I'm going to send one to Hayden because I've got a care package that I'm sending him to Australia. So we'll have Ham Radio, YouTubers Hamfest, Ham Radio 2.0, and Ham Radio DX representation down there in Australia, but it's all good. So, all right, let me get over here real quick, and let me unmute all of the things.
Oh, American.
All right, folks, how is it going with everybody?
That was the first thing. What is up, Jason?
What is up, guys? How's everybody doing?
A-okay.
Doing all right.
Good.
I have to bring this up off the bat here. You said you were tired. I was the only YouTuber working for 7 hours straight, doing all my streams, and
I'm pretty sure those are fighting words, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of guys in here that worked a lot longer than you did. Did you see Sean's face a minute ago? It was green. He was so tired from working.
That's right.
So,
I think it looks better green. But
on top of that, I didn't get any of those ribs.
That's a heck of a donation.
It's
a heck of a donation you just got too.
I know it. Yeah. So let me thank Jack Martin for the 99 super chat. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you being here. Billy Powell, wow, above and beyond, man. Amazing weekend, guys. Fantastic variety of content. People across nations, etc. Thank you for all your hard work. Great super chat. Todd, aloha, mahalo. Thank you very much for being here. Todd was in like every stream this weekend. So who's got a waterfall running in the background?
Not me this time.
Somebody's got.
I can hear it, so I know it's not me.
It just went away.
Okay.
So
it just went away. So whoever muted is guilty as charged. So
I'm looking at you, Radio Runner.
I checked it, but then I realized, hey, I can hear that, so it can't be me, right?
That's a real life waterfall, though, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, it sounded like a real life waterfall. So yeah, boy. So what was everyone's? There it is again.
Yeah, what is that?
Not me. 1, 2.
I think that is Chris.
That is, here it comes. No, I didn't touch anything. It went away. So
it's not
all right. Somebody, it's somebody in there. I don't know who it is.
Those jokesters from down under, man.
I know it, man. You can't trust those guys south of the equator. But all right. So, what was everyone's favorite stream? And don't say your own, because my favorite was my own. No, I'm kidding. I think my favorite. No, I'll go first. I think my favorite one was either. Well, the POTA talk from Steve today was excellent. Of course, POTA's something I love to do anyway. Yesterday, the one that I really liked was, you know what? I can't even remember half of them. I kind of got Adam did a fantastic job on the summit today. I thought that was really cool. He had some audio issues, but I I mean, he made contacts and everybody knew what was going on. So I thought it was really, really good. Let's see. Which one did I really and his propagation prediction thing that he did on Saturday was really cool. Also, yeah, that was good.
Go back and watch that because there's a lot of good info in that.
Yeah, there's a ton.
I thought that the drone crash was classic. I thought that was a good touch to the weekend.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed
$1,000 drone ruin.
Right. I really enjoyed hearing from both John from Yezu and Ray from ICOM. So those were both good as well. So what did everyone else like this weekend?
Well, I'm always right, so I'm going to go and set the record straight. There was a tie, I think, for Jason K6FAK Ham Radio TV's grounding episode.
That was good.
741, his repair job, his fix-it repair job was fantastic. Both of those were super educational, and I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, very well done.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I got to go back and watch the grounding one. I need to see that. I had to step away, but
you're gonna have to watch it twice anyway.
Yeah, you'll have to. I caught most of it, but I'm like, about halfway through it, I'm like, I'm gonna have to rewatch this anyway. So I kind of zoned out after that a little bit, but yeah, that's definitely one to team replay on that one for sure.
Yeah, I'll be watching that myself because I didn't realize he was going to use his mouse. And, everyone knows it's hard to see a mouse. So I was really trying to do some zoom in as he was mousing over and tracing some of the diagram and the circuits. So you guys know, you start getting busy adjusting, switching, doing a bunch of stuff in your settings for OBS or whatever you're using. Before you know it, you don't even have an idea what the host, the guest is saying, know?
Right.
So
totally.
yeah, I'll be watching that myself.
I think that noise is coming from you, Jason. So.
Is it? It's probably my fan.
Okay. Well, it only happens when you talk, I guess.
All right. So you hear it now, and
yep, it's you.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Guilty as charged.
Guilty.
Shame.
I'm going to go ahead and side with
Stash.
James Jenner because the young hams.
Yeah, young hams.
That's kind of my thing anyway. Plus, my kid was in there.
Yeah.
And anytime you see a bunch of kids that are that excited about radio, score. And then
absolutely.
I mean, they were all great sessions, but then one of the better ones to me was not even scheduled. It was the Impromptu Parachute Mobile.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm glad you brought that up. So that was I have the bell notification clicked for Josh's channel, but it didn't notify me last night. So I'm sitting around and I'm just kind of relaxing and decompressing after the whole day. And I look down and it says that he's live. I'm like, oh, I must not refresh that browser. I refreshed it. And I was like, no, he's live. What's he doing? And I clicked on it and he'd been going for 61 minutes. And I'm like, what is this? I didn't get notified, man. I would love to watch that. So Carlos is doing another jump tonight. He's going to do it. He actually sent me a message on Friday and he said something like, hey, we're thinking about doing this weather contingent. And I'm like, great, let me know. I'd be happy to stream it for you. So we might try to pop over there here in about a half hour, I think, is when he's trying to go, or at least, well, I think he's going to fly up in like a half hour, and then it takes like 20 or 30 minutes before he actually jumps for them to get to altitude and whatnot.
Yeah,
so
they're streaming at 8 Central.
I think
that's just the perfect example of, in fact, I was on a call with Josh when he got the message, and just throw together a stream real quick.
Right.
Improvise, make it go. And I mean, hats off to him jumping out of a plane with an antenna hanging off of him.
No doubt. Yeah.
Well, it's nuts.
That was
nuts.
freaking cool. So let me thank, James Jenner for the $4.99 super chat, Wayne Johnson for the super chat. Thank you very much. Gary Greider, KM4TY. Hopefully I said your name right. Fantastic content this weekend. Congrats to all the presenters. And also K9CSE. Thank you. New ham from 0 to extra in March. Well, congrats to you, sir. That's awesome.
That is
a
push there.
You have beat both Frank and I. So that's just a thing there. And this is my first Hamfest. So much awesome content. But yeah, thank you for being here, everybody. T.O. Steve, join the Zoom, buddy. Got plenty of room for you up here. But we need to get Carlos in the official lineup for next year. That's what I'm thinking. Says because we went really late both Friday and Saturday night this year anyway, and we'll just put it on there. And if he has to cancel for weather, that's fine. Someone else will pick it up, and we'll just run with it. But we got to get him on for next year.
Yep. Let me go next.
Well, hold on a
I
second.
want
What
to
I wanna
say,
say is anybody watching the jump tonight, if you're going to try to contact Carlos, don't unless you can hear him.
Yeah.
DX
That was a
SOTA contact,
cluster.
guys.
Because
DX SOTA
the
contact.
important thing isn't all of us getting a contact with Carlos. It's Carlos getting contacts, period. Right. And if we drowned everybody out, poking and hoping, it's going to ruin it for Carlos.
That's
right.
Yeah.
And also, if you're listening to the stream, listen with your radio. Don't listen over the internet and call whenever you think you should call.
It says like a 12-second.
There's a delay.
It's a delay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it can be up to
30 seconds.
It could be as long as 30 seconds. Yeah, there's a significant delay between YouTube and Zoom and all the other things going over the internet. It's not real time. Like, it's not radio, so it's not as cool as radio.
So listen to the stream whenever he's about ready to jump. Turn off the stream, turn on your radio, and listen to your radio. And then whenever he comes back with somebody with a call sign, stop. Don't throw your call sign out again until he says QRZ or gives us another CQ.
Take into consideration too, like Carlos has jumped a few times. I'm pretty close to him, so I hear him every time. And when somebody calls him, it takes there's a delay for Carlos too. It's like a 5-second delay where he's got to figure out, I don't know what he's saying or whatever it is, but there's a 5-second delay. So you might hear dead air, or you might not hear him respond for a minute. Just take that into consideration too.
Well, he's got to pull out his phone and log it.
Can we also just
He's jumping out of a freaking plane.
Yeah,
he logs via paper.
15,000 feet above the earth. Let's just get this guy.
Right.
He's
Come
He's
on,
got
guys.
a lot going on.
Safety first.
And then
safety first for sure.
Kyle, should we say please copy? If
yes, you should say please copy. Please.
If you say please copy, I'm going to come over. I'm going to hear your call, so I'm going to come over. I'm going to wring your neck.
You're wasting airtime.
Hey! No. Ape will just say shepherd the lost sheep. Shepherd the lost sheep. So. All right, Frank. Go ahead, man.
Okay. I was gonna say my favorite part. Adam was really pushing the technical limits of streaming this Hamfest. Streaming live from the tower. The drone kind of crashing live on camera for us. Yay! Thank you for sharing that. Jason. I'm sorry.
That was Jason. Yeah, but
then
Adam
also
did too.
Going to the summit and trying to stream from the summit, man. That takes preparation. You got to go out there and test it once. Yeah. Oh man, that.
Yeah.
Because that means to hike that at least twice. But he said this was one of his normal summits. But I commend Adam for pushing
the
what's
man was
possible.
using 3 cell phones to make it happen. So
pushing what's
this one overheated.
Yeah.
Down to 2, down to 1.
I tell you, Frank is the best dressed one of y'all.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I just picked this up today.
That was a donation to Frank that I made for all the awesome rib prep he did this weekend.
A nice looking shirt, Frank.
At least he's not wearing his bat suit anymore.
Right.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'd like to.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. I got that picture, Frank. Just so you know, I got that
picture. Yeah.
I got a picture of all you guys. I screenshotted a bunch of y'all.
I saw that. That's great. Yeah.
I don't know that it was necessarily about a stream that was so remarkable to me, but the amount of interaction we had with the viewers at home was absolutely absurd. It was great. Absurd in a good way.
No, you're totally correct. And we last year we kind of all of you new guys. I say new guys. All of you guys who didn't join us last year, y'all did great. Y'all did fantastic. We the group of us who started this last year were kind of nervous about the transitions. And after the weekend was done, we had a meeting afterwards, and we were like patting ourselves in the back because we just nailed the transitions to the wall. They were just all awesome. And they were all just as awesome this year. Everyone did a fantastic job on handoffs and keeping your time going. And so you folks that joined us for the first time this year, you guys are all pros to the max because I think it worked out very well. And without you folks in the chat, along the lines of what Sean was saying, without you folks in the chat being there for every freaking stream, it wouldn't have been quite as fun, wouldn't be quite as worth it, although we still would have done it. But special thanks to all of you who stuck with us through the whole weekend, because it was a lot of content and a lot of sitting on your butt watching the computer the whole time. So
44. Right, we had 44 videos.
45 if you include the one that from Carlos last night that was unplanned.
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
So yeah, it was really cool.
I'll tell you, I'm looking. Go ahead, Greg.
The two that I really liked, and they're a tie. I really liked Chuck's with James Kruk from Yesu. I guess you could call me a fanboy with the amount of Yesu I have, but
fanboy.
I also really enjoyed Ape and Frank's intro, just kicking the whole thing off. I thought they did a fantastic job.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do like the professionalism of how everybody handed these off from one to the other. No toe stepping. Everyone came in at perfect times and then moved on.
There was that one guy who forgot about his stream for 3 minutes or lost track of time.
You jump back onto our StreamYard. Like, Frank, aren't you supposed to be streaming right now?
I swear, like I had another 3 minutes, and then you're like, no, it's 5 o'clock. What?
Tell that story, dude. What happened?
I don't remember. That's all I remember.
We're in StreamYard talking backstage after our stream, and we're waiting. We're going, where's Frank? Frank appears in our stream backstage and goes, "Welcome to Tank Radio." We said, "You're in the wrong stream, Frank."
Yeah, that's right.
That's when I'm thinking that gas thing that he was messing with blew
yeah.
up. You know what I mean? I'm like,
oh my god,
why wasn't that recorded?
Frank is laying on the ground.
Yeah.
Right
We're
now.
just
The
like,
flamethrower. The flamethrower.
And the look on his face was just like, I'm not in the right.
I'm not in the
wrong
stream.
stream. And then he looks just like, I'm in the wrong stream.
Yeah. I'm in the wrong stream. That's not the first time Frank has showed up in the wrong place unannounced. So
I have a lot of catching up to do. As you guys know, I was out camping with a bunch of youth there was no cell service at all. I couldn't even catch anything. So got home late last night, and woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and there I was on the air. But I caught a few today, but I also had a few other meetings. But so a lot of catching up to do, and I think maybe a lot of people have that too because there was a lot. But I was there for Adam's video, like you were talking about, Tank, and it was really. There's my wife. Hey.
Hi, honey. Hi. Thank you, Mrs. Red, for letting Red come out.
Yeah. I was just impressed with K6ARK, man, Adam, man. That SOTA. I've tried to live stream from a SOTA peak.
Yeah.
Incredible. I mean, even though there were some audio problems, he just kind of rolled with it. So
yeah, he had some audio problems and some camera problems, but I never saw his internet drop. And as anyone who's done on location live stream will tell you, that is an accomplishment in itself, that his internet never dropped or timed out or lagged or anything like that.
He used
He had one phone go down.
vocab to match that internet connection.
Yeah, he probably did.
Very good, Abe.
I got to say, my favorite. There was two that I had. One was the first one was the youth in ham radio.
Yeah,
that was really good to see all those. To see them all there and all interested and keen, and it's great for a great inspiration for everyone. And you'd be so happy, Steve, as well, to see them getting out there and putting themselves out there on YouTube and encouraging others as well. And I think the other one that I also enjoyed was Callum's live stream from his factory, and then racing home to try and get on the air. So
I fully admit that I slept through most of Callum's due to the 4-hour happy hour we had the previous night. But I caught the last 20 minutes of it, and I'm like, I got to rewatch this. This is going to be really fun. I could tell that people were really loving it. So so that was a good one too.
Yeah, I woke up around the time when he was driving from the farm back to the house.
Hey, I was awake all night on Saturday.
When he busts into the house and says, "What are they watching?" and he's on the camera, and they're just like,
right.
"You!" And he's like, "Oh, hey, what's going on?"
Yes.
Races through his kitchen.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good.
My favorite was the YL gang with Leah and Elizabeth and Jerica, and I believe that the guy's name was
Sam.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah.
That whole stream, I had a smile on my face, and I was cheering people on for the super chats. I think I calculated somewhere around $200, $175, $200.
Let me just say that everyone, the super chats this weekend from you guys, the audience, were just fan freaking tastic. I mean, that all of the super chats are highly appreciated. And I know that a lot of the group of us here on the stream all super chatted to one another. And I want to thank all of you guys who did that for me. I tried to reciprocate as much as I could. But the super chats from the audience were just totally awesome this weekend, especially for the ones for Leah.
Yeah.
They were all really good.
I remember whenever I was a junior and senior in high school, and I was nowhere near the level, the thinking level of Leah and Jerica and Elizabeth. And
I'm still not.
It just it blows me away, just some of the things that they were discussing and having, the topics. And I'm like, I was too busy trying to figure out like where the next party was, So I was they just blew my mind on how smart they were.
With the super chats, Cole, you could see on Leah's face as they started to pop up, she got this, like you could see how much it meant to her, because they just kept coming and coming, and she's like, "Oh my goodness!" Like that's just so.
She
and
didn't
it was
know what
just
to
great.
do. Yeah,
I think she got more than her dad normally does.
Shots fired.
She'll be buying him a radio soon.
Right.
Speaking of which, where is T.O.?
I don't know. I
Lord.
just hit him up. I'm like, dude, where are you? Come on, let's go, man.
I'm watching the invites. He has not
trying to
popped
get.
up yet.
No, I know it. I know he hasn't. Yeah. So we're missing T.O. We're missing K at MRD, which you didn't have a stream this year, Mike, but you were on Josh's stream, so that's good enough. Yeah. Come join us.
Need Adam in here.
So
there was really
Adam's not here.
There was a really good mix of so you go to a lot of educational topics and everything like that, and then we had these like talk shows or these one-on-ones like Ham Radio DX and Radio Runner need their own show. That was pretty epic.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
It was just an overall good mix of everything and anything amateur radio. So
it was a perfect blend. I thought it was a great blend.
Yeah.
I did have a moment where something from the happy hour came true. So jokingly, I think I said something in your house is radiating RFI news at 11. And then sure enough, Ham Radio TV had his NEC talk, and the whole thing about the grounding jumper from the AC to the DC side of your power supply was mentioned. And I'm thinking to myself, what is he talking? What is he talking about? And I thought it was a ham, right, who takes a jumper and grounds their power supply to the same ground bar that the rest of the shack is on. That's what I thought. I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. No. So I pulled my power supply literally while this stream was going on. I pulled it out, put it on the bench, took it apart. Sure enough, it was this lead that goes from the chassis of the power supply to the neutral return on the Anderson connection and the negative terminal on the DC side. Snipped it, an immediate 3S unit drop in my noise floor.
Well,
I saw that.
Have you hooked your shack station up to battery before though? And you should be able to see that difference then if you do.
No, so it is an appreciable difference. So yeah, but this is a newer power supply. I was just I was floored by the whole thing. So I was like, wow, okay. So that is a real thing that came
up. That's a real thing.
So why would an engineer put that wire there?
Yeah, why are they doing that?
Well, it's the same reason when you buy a newer, fancier radio, and hopefully the waterfall is not behind me. I'm trying to block the microphone a little bit.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, but
I'm overpowering it.
Yeah.
It's 95 in this garage. I just dropped a link in chat. Is the article he wrote for Repeater Book. So essentially, that article has most of the information he said with diagrams. Obviously, go check out the video because I mean a lot of good stuff there covered. But when you buy a nicer radio, typically a mobile, I'm speaking of, you're going to get a black and a red wire, and both ends have fuses. And you go, why did they give you both fuses? Because they know more than likely the ham radio dude, not you dude, will install it wrong.
Probably me.
Well, I thought most wiring diagrams showed you hooking it up to your positive and negative leads to the battery.
Yeah.
That's how we did it for you.
Well, yeah, and that's what he said. About it on stream.
Yeah. That's
having that installed in the power supply, just like Josh said, makes no sense, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, I'm talking about in the shack power supply.
So my example was manufacturers will show you pictures and diagrams and give you fuses on the black wire as well as put in this into your power supply in the event you have zero other protection. And so they're defaulting to the safest condition your equipment could be, but they're not factoring in ground, RFI, common mode, et cetera, right? That's where being in the hobby and going for what is best practice, right? I mean, we all know you can make all sorts of things load up and work, but what will work best? And that's what the hobby's all about. How do you constantly improve your setup, your shack?
We've talked about that mobile install and that fuse in there before. And one of the things that I had read is that even if that fuse blows on your negative line that's going back to that battery, because your mobile install is grounded somewhere else, you're never going to know, and then you potentially create a current problem where touching your radio you could get shocked.
Let me give a shout out to VK Radio Ham. Enjoyed the whole weekend. Lots of laughs in the happy hour. Greetings from VK3GEK. Thank you for the super chat.
Thanks, Graham.
And Keith, KM5TX. That's a great call sign. 556 in the super chat. Thank you very much for being here to both of you. Yeah, used to be years ago, like in the 90s, maybe when I bought my first mobile radio, they didn't have a fuse in the negative line. They only had a fuse in the positive line. And I noticed that was something new they started doing several years, maybe even a decade ago. I don't know. But I always thought that was a little bit strange, but I'm like, well, okay, they're putting it in there. But I appreciated the fact that he said that was a bad idea tonight, because I've always kind of had it in the back of my head, but I thought, no, I'm probably thinking wrong. I'm not as smart as these manufacturers are. But I don't know. But I guess it's it's not going to hurt anything. But yeah, like he was saying, there's just absolutely no need in it, and you shouldn't be running your negative lead to the battery anyway. So, and he had some really good points, and that's another one I'm gonna have to watch again.
Well, was he saying that, and I need to go back and watch it, but he was saying that the potential for extra amperage running through your radio exists because of the way that you ground straight to the battery, and then you have your grounding bar that goes from your battery to your chassis mount.
Something like that.
That's what I understood.
You're speaking for a car?
Yes.
Yeah, mobile install.
So, I mean, ultimately, you're giving that secondary path to ground. You never want to give anything a secondary path to ground, because things are going to return in many different directions, right? So the idea would be is you want to take the ground to your radio straight down. His example was the bolt in your seat that bolts your seat down, or anything you can find, because you don't want to give that secondary home run black wire ground to your battery. That's what you want to avoid at all costs.
So if your radio is grounded, right, because of the way you've mounted it to your dash or whatever, for example, and then you turn on your AM/FM radio at the same time, does the amperage that is grounded through the chassis of your AM and FM radio have the potential to then run through your Yaesu, right, and then go back to your battery? And it sounded like what he was saying is that you can get mixing artifacts. One, that'll mess up your signal, but two, you're running extra juice through your radio, which could cause a problem. I'm asking, was that everybody's understanding?
So is your example with the black wire home run to the battery?
Correct.
Okay, yes, that is correct. Because when you think about electricity, it will flow in multiple directions all at once. So very, very easily, you could have another device that could have a grounding issue, high resistant. It could be rust. It could be many things. Now all of a sudden it looks at your radio, because don't forget, your radio could be, your antenna is mounted somewhere on your vehicle. Maybe it's a mag mount. Maybe you have it hard mounted. So now your coax is a great piece of ground. Your coax, barrel connector is then on the back. You screwed your radio to your ground, and then you gave a black wire to the battery. So you have multiple places you could have devices traveling, essentially.
I hope everybody's watching the live stream right now.
Yeah, I see it.
That's compliments of Hayden. I don't know how long
stop laughing. But,
I know. And he's sitting back there. He's sitting back there muted and everything. That was awesome.
Well, I can tell you what I'll be doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Disconnecting my because I have the negative lead running through a fuse to the battery, because that was what was in the instruction manual.
I hear you. A lot of people do. And I had a friend, he fried other things. He's not a ham. He did a motor swap, a motor replacement, and he just forgot to hook up the main grounding wire that goes from the negative of the battery to your vehicle's chassis. He forgot. And that first crank over, guess where it had to find ground? On all the other little wires, and it just heated him up and let the smoke out.
I don't think we heard from Don. Don, what was your favorite moments of this Hamfest?
Well, first off, thank you guys. This was my first, and learned a lot. And I got to give a huge shout out to Shane from this side of the radio, who at the 11th hour helped work out some technical stuff for me. And watching it, it came out perfect. So brother Shane was awesome. But I really liked the whole mix. Just like you guys were saying, there was some technical stuff. Again, Jason's grounding. I'm a fanboy of
right here.
I'm a fanboy of ICOM. So Josh, having Ray on there, and Ray was so honest. Ray was very honest on the forecasts, I mean, and coming from sales, I respect when a salesman is honest, saying, he's not going to tell you someone's going to be here in June when it's not going to be until, the fall or whatever. He was very honest, but it was still enlightening to see that ICOM is still right there. There's some things that they just can't do. I know a lot of guys want the 7200 back in a certain way. They like that ruggedness. ICOM is just not going to do that right now. Who knows? Maybe 10 years from now they will.
Yeah,
but that's okay. Frank, I gotta tell you something. My wife was in and out. God bless my wife, as you guys know. She was feeding me. I'm out here in the garage. We had monsoon rain. We still do. It's freezing out here right now. The woman was bringing me dinner, bringing me plates, and then all of a sudden Frank comes on, and she's looking. She looks at what she's giving me. She's looking at what Frank is making, and she's, I don't know if we can compare. And
I don't know if we can eat this or not.
Yeah, but it was, but everybody, I watched as much as I could, just like everybody else. I go back to work tomorrow, and depending on how busy you are, it's going to be team replay for a week, if not more. The All-Star, getting myself, that's a project that I want to get into, is getting All-Star, getting it connected to you guys and a few other nodes and everything. Again, I created a piece of paper of projects that I know I can do. I kept it realistic, as well as next time you guys have this,
Jason,
I want to be part of it again. I want to do something. I want to do maybe two separate streams, and I already got ideas already, but I'm just going to put them on the back burner for a while. And I know everyone just needs some sleep, and but thanks to all of you for all your support. I deeply appreciate it, as well as the audience,
Well, don't get too much sleep. Ham Radio, a Coffee and Ham Radio is live streaming tomorrow morning. It's the morning after show.
Yeah.
Speak of that, there's Chuck right there. 5 a.m. start time this morning. Chuck.
We decided streaming Wednesday.
I know.
How's it going, everybody?
Drinking, Chuck? What are you drinking, Chuck?
You didn't see me spit it out, did you?
Dark.
Sure ain't no Fresca.
A little Four Roses and Coke.
Oh, very nice.
Four Roses is good. That's good stuff.
I finished a bottle and a half of that this weekend of Four Roses.
That's all.
and I got my knob over here, but we're just talking about Four Roses.
Hey, what? Don't be talking about your knob.
Right.
Hey.
Yeah, no knobs.
Come on, Stubby.
Hey, so Chuck, you just joined. What? You just joined. What's your what was your favorite part of the weekend besides your own stuff?
That guy right there. 742.
It's not the one. It's not the same.
It's funny because it's not in the right order. So like what we see
right, yeah. So that's
742.
You just pointed to yourself on my screen.
I think Rob's 741. Excuse me. Was the his electronics on his old TS 440 was real ham stuff right there.
Yeah, it was totally legit. It was really, really good.
I wish I could do that. Now I can hear myself. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't hear myself.
I need to get back and rewind. I'm in the same boat as Charlie. I was out of the house most of the day yesterday and most of the morning today. So I've got a lot of catching up to do during the week. But the one stream that I did see today, T.O.'s interview with Ed Hare, that was real good. Hearing about the ARRL lab and whatnot, that was a good show. But I'm sure there's a lot of other good stuff that I just haven't gotten to yet. And that's one of the best things about what we're doing here is that if you didn't catch it live, you can watch it anytime you want.
Oh yeah.
And watch it as many times as you want.
So did Liberty Cave have a question or something? I didn't. I was doing like multiple things here.
I think he was just reminding folks to check out my antenna build video.
So Evan did ask Tank, did you hit 1,000 subs, Tank?
I was just responding to that. No, I have not yet.
So where you at? Where you at, brother?
Let me go ahead and drop the link in that channel. I'm about 930. That's almost 100 subs this weekend. So thank you to everyone. And that's just a goal I put out there.
Yeah.
I do want to hit that 1,000 scrub blah.
Yeah, that.
Scrub. That
and
for the no.
Thank you to everyone who has done that. Thank you to the ones that are already subscribed to me and watching my videos.
You're welcome,
out there.
Frank.
So I want to know who hit a milestone this weekend. Who hit a 0? 100, 1,000, 10,000, 7,000. Who hit something?
Mine's got a 0 at the end.
Well, yeah, that's yeah. Did you reach? Did you change the number in the front, the very first number?
Not yet.
No. So go from 690 to 700 or
no?
Okay.
Ape got up to 28,000 this weekend.
Yeah, Ape hit 28. Sean, you hit 7, right?
I did.
Okay. Good.
I wasn't going to say anything like toot my own horn, but
no, I'm asking. I'm legitimately
let me pull out
asking.
the medal here real quick.
I hit 25.
Legitimately asking.
I was hoping to roll over 10, but that just tells me I just need to put in more work. Let's go.
You got such a good personality too, Jason, that I don't know how you're not at 10.
I know it.
I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. I get it. I don't put enough videos.
It's all those people that unsubbed you because of the stash.
Could be. Yeah, I don't know what to think about that.
Yeah. I have for Jason and for Ape, I have a gift for when you guys hit your next milestone. So Jason, when you hit 10 and Ape, when you hit 30, I have a gift for both of you. So hurry up because I'm tired of it sitting on my shelf.
Yeah.
It's a DX Commander. You're going to bring him over?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not doing anything with it. I'm not doing anything with it. It's brand new in a box. I'm going to send it to the first one.
Do it by next week.
You open the box. So
Jason and Ape have to be together, though, to use the DX Commander because he's only got half for each.
True. Yeah.
I hit 2,500 this weekend, so that wasn't a huge. It's like
a good number.
30 or 40 subs, I think.
That's a good number. Okay.
I got to take my hand off of Josh's face there. Sorry.
Probably recognize too that we don't know the true analytics of it because YouTube was broke on Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
That's true also. Yeah, that's true also.
Looking at my dashboard,
I think I had 10,000.
Yeah. So I don't know, 70-ish, 60 something from 6,000, but that's probably a little higher because, like we said, YouTube broke for a couple of days.
Right.
Well, I think mine have been fixed now because I was a lot lower, but I think they've re-added them back on, and my views have been added back on.
Well, you're a day ahead of us, so they must fix it tomorrow. Right? I mean, like, so
right.
maybe tomorrow we'll get it, guys.
That's funny.
We were talking about like all our favorite videos and everything too, and I know everybody's probably been very thankful to the people who came on their streams and everything, but from all of us and from the viewers, especially anybody who participated in the YouTubers Hamfest, came on as a special guest, thank you guys very much, because obviously without you guys it wouldn't have been half as fun and half as educational. So to anybody out there,
and speaking of milestones, Josh is getting awfully close to 200K. So just saying, that's like, it seems like day before yesterday you hit 100K, and all of a sudden it's like boom.
It was.
It's crazy.
Well, seems that way.
Josh, you are the gold standard, if you will, and I'll go back maybe 2 years. Hayden and I were both watching. What is that guy's name? He's a YouTuber. Yeah,
Sean
Think
Cannell.
Media, and
yeah.
and Hayden, I think, threw out a question. He's like, "Hey, what do you think about this? I'm starting a YouTube channel, etc., etc." And you Googled ham radio. He's like, "Oh, let's check out the niche. You know, how big is this situation?" And it was like, boom, there is Josh. And then I see Hayden. So then Hayden and I start chatting it up a little bit in chat. And before you know it, we became fast friends and friends with Josh. And
I think I say friends with something else, but
Don't tell anyone.
well, he has a U.S. Call sign. So if he ever brings his butt out here to San Francisco, well, I'll show him a good time.
Oh dear. But that, I mean, but legitimately, like that guy has now, I think he might even have over 1 million people on his channel, and people can rewatch that stream. But yeah, I remember I think you had about 60,000 subs at that point, Josh. And he was like, yeah, he's like, there's a good audience here for ham radio. And then boom, you know, you just exploded from there. So
you're talking about Sean Cannell, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to be interviewed on his, something on his Facebook group on June 7th.
Well, very good. We'll pump up ham radio.
So I'm going to talk about ham radio, and I'll send you guys the link when I have it, because I want some ham representation in the audience for those of you who subscribe to him.
I'll send you the link, Jason,
I thought
to
we
that.
left Facebook.
Yeah.
I'll find that that live stream that he mentioned, Josh, and I'll send it.
Good. Yeah, send that to me. Yeah, Ape, I'll take one for the team as far as Facebook goes if it promotes ham radio.
I'm just teasing.
I know.
FaceTube.
I know.
You jest.
Hey guys, I got to bow out, but it's been great to be on the Hamfest this year with you guys. It's been absolutely wonderful.
Hey, so
great job.
Don't leave me.
Right. So one thing, Hayden, I'll let you go. One thing real quick, and I've heard this from several people. So this is to you and Chris and Callum for later on. Everyone said, why didn't you guys have more of the overseas guys streaming? And I'm like, well, I asked them to do as much as they wanted to. Now, I'm not complaining that you guys didn't do more, but next year, you got a whole year to plan. Next year, you guys think about doing more stuff. Figure out if you've got some other YouTubers in your country, in your respective countries. And let's get some more Follow the Sun people to start even earlier on Saturday and maybe go through the whole night on Friday or Saturday night or something like that. Special thanks to Chris, Hayden, and Callum all for doing the outside of the USA streaming. It was really fun to have you guys this year. It definitely bumped up the quality of content that we had from last year, which our content last year I thought was awesome, but this year we just took it to a whole nother level and you guys were a big part of that.
Indeed.
Thank you very much.
And now I know to call a wrench a spanner.
Right. Yeah.
You didn't know that? That's not like just a Aussie thing, man. That's a US thing too. Hey, Aiden, I just wanted to say I thought you did more videos or content than probably anybody here. It just seemed like every time I looked, Aiden's up again.
That's true.
It's like, and I appreciate that.
I tried to make sure that I was awake on Saturday night in particular. I was awake because obviously it's completely it's a different time zone here. It's the middle of the night when it's your afternoon. So it's very hard to do something live at that time when it's in the middle of the night here, but we tried our best, and Chris did a really good job too, especially with his ZL chat as well.
Yeah, you guys didn't sleep.
Yeah, you really threw me off on that one.
Yeah, Origami was great. Origami was really good.
We kind of have been talking, haven't we, Chris, about maybe bringing that on a semi-regular basis. But we'll see.
Do that.
That'd be cool.
If the world's ready for that, buddy.
Yeah, the world's ready. The world needs it.
I'm just sorry that Beyonce didn't make an appearance.
Dude.
Chris, you promised us, man. You promised us.
I mean, next year?
Christopher Walken showed up on Saturday night.
Take her on the hill.
Christopher Walken was there. That was
that's like I've heard that was my favorite thing, man. That was my favorite episode, was that happy hour. The last 30 minutes of that, because I had to go sort out my kids, get them fed, put them to bed and stuff, and so I missed that, right? And then I come back in and I'm like, wait, they're still streaming, and I jump in. It's like 3.5 hours in, and
wait
it's
a
just
minute. It was 2:30 in the afternoon, and I was having lunch, and I was going, "Are they still streaming?" Because Jason Ham Radio TV's like, "Where are you? Why aren't you on the stream?" I'm like, "What do you mean? Why are you still streaming at this time?"
Hey, you guys,
we were building antennas and stuff.
Have you watched that since you sobered up?
No,
because I came back in later, and I was like, Oh my God.
They haven't
No.
served it up yet.
I have had
See you,
see
Mike.
you,
Bye,
Hayden.
Hayden.
See you. Thanks, Hayden.
Your shorts, buddy.
I think that I've had like 4 or 5 people send me a Discord message or put a comment on YouTube about that happy hour and say, dude, 4 hours, really? I'm going to watch this thing from start to finish without stopping. I got to do it on Team Replay. Everyone was thrilled about that. I thought that was really awesome. So, all right, let's go live. Okay, everyone hold your tongues for a second. We're going to go live to yeah, we're going to do a multiple stream thing here. So let me go.
What's his freak? Do we know?
Yeah, 14.310.
Oh,
okay. Hold on.
I'm supposed to be like
landed.
For that, guys.
So we are.
There we go.
Having quite a bit of fun. We're also double live streaming a little bit.
Double.
We're on the
as far as I knew.
Ham Radio 2.0 at the end of the YouTubers Hamfest. So welcome, Jason.
Thank you very much. Yeah, there may be some audio issues, and I'll mute myself if I have to, but I've got about 10 or 12 different people on my Zoom, which are coming through the virtual cam to you. So to confirm, what frequency are you guys on?
We are currently holding 14.310. Daniel is working the microphone like a madman up there, VA3 SDO, so you'll hear his call sign holding that. And we are 50 minutes. What was the time frame? 30 minutes away from the jump now, Daniel?
I think 30.
He did a really good job holding it yesterday.
So we kind of threw this together at the last minute. Carlos has been instructing all day today, and this was the last jump, the fun jump for all the ground crew and everybody. And he was able to scratch it together at the last minute. He contacted us about an hour ago and said, "Let's do it. We're go for launch." So we are go for launch, and we are.
Yeah. He was talking about it on Friday, but it was totally weather contingent. So I'm glad he was able to get it. I'm glad that cooperated for him. So should be really fun. Okay, good deal. We're going to stand by here in the background, so we'll be back when he actually gets up there in the air and jumps out of the plane. We'll all get that double live streamed.
And that was 14.310?
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
14.310.
And what state is he in?
Illinois.
He's in Illinois.
Rochelle, Illinois is
the
airport and landing zone. Yep.
He's in the air.
Use your vocab.
He's in the air. It'll be about a half hour before he jumps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How do you vocab for a 12-meter?
It's very simple. Just put seriously. It's very simple.
All right. We got a couple of people in the
go to the
live stream chat
or the app with the tail.
Point it like this.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Mine's like this. It's totally flat and it works. Let me tell you.
The vocab is fairly accurate.
Don't point it like this. Point it like this.
I can't. I don't have that.
You're gonna have to get out there with a spanner.
So we're
we cut that because that didn't look good.
We'll
the
be
way I hit my wrist there.
We'll be double live streaming for a bit, so that's gonna be fun. So
I may have to go talk to Molson.
Keep watch on that.
So what is Molson doing? Is you calling CQ and just having fun, or what's he doing?
We did this like a couple weeks ago, and for the first like 45 minutes, he goes, "Do you want to call CQ for a while?" I go, "Well, sure." I called CQ, and it was like I was on a freaking POTA. It was like, oh my god,
that's good though. That's good.
No,
though,
it was
right?
good. So I'm sitting here, and I don't even have my logger open or nothing. It's like I actually by that time I did, because these guys are all. I contacted everybody in the Toads that night, and then I got a guy from someplace in the Caribbean. It was just off the hook. I couldn't believe how strong signals were, and then I called Molson. I go, "Hey, you want to take over?" And then he did it for another 35, 40 minutes, and then he jumped, and it wasn't near as bad as last night's fiasco.
We were doing a mini de-expedition for just a couple of guys and I got together. We went down to Lake Granbury, set up the hex beam, and did some tinkering around with the new FTDX10 2 weekends ago. And I was in the Toads Discord, and they were talking about Carlos doing this jump. So I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I point the hex beam towards that direction and we'll get up there. And they picked a frequency that we had a guy calling CQ that he'd been calling CQDX for several hours. And somebody was like, well, just ask him to move. I'm like, dude, he's been on there for like 4 hours. I'm not going to ask him to move. But I heard Chuck, and I heard Izzo, and I heard a couple other stations, but I could not hear Carlos. Again, that other guy was holding the frequency, but I didn't get on there and ask him to move or anything. But I kind of got to hear how they did it, and it was really cool if they could find an open frequency to get on there and hold it and just kind of rag chew for 20 or 30 minutes until Carlos actually jumps out of the plane. So
when he jumped last night, I
really coordinated to do that.
I couldn't make a contact with him, so I kept tuning up and tuning up.
We have to use a call sign, Chuck.
He had issues.
You have to use a call sign,
I'm
man.
hey,
this is a smoking ape.
Because
call me.
There were people tuning up in the middle of it too. I'm like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
I hate that.
There's always every time I do POTA, there's somebody doing that crap.
No, it was bad. He had AGC. He had hardware problem. He only was active for about 5 minutes. Made about 5 contacts, and a lot of the problem was just the bad actors that was on display. It got built. I had I don't know how many people were watching me. It peaked at I don't know if we went over 500 people. No, it went higher than that. But what happened was everybody got so jazzed that he was doing it, and he started hearing. He was calling CQ, and people were they kept replying and replying and replying. And then when he finally started calling back, nobody was listening to the call that he was given, and they just kept trying to dive in again on top, which made the whole thing. It perturbated anyone getting a contact. Just bad actors.
So he called my call sign back. I got KK6 US. And then I nothing heard. Everybody started calling him. It's like, guys, he's still repeating my call sign. You know, what are you guys doing?
Maybe
they thought I had a shorter one.
You just got to point the antenna at him and have a rag chew with him. Just talk to him for the whole 10 minutes. Be like,
I could do it.
If you listen to any of the DX guys that go to Bouvet or Christmas Island, and you listen to the pileups, I mean, there's just lids all over the place.
Oh yeah.
It's just I don't even know why those guys. I mean, those guys do it because of the love of ham radio, and they like to be the DX. But there's just it's literally if you have a shift of let's say 6 hours, it's just nonstop calling. People calling over top of one another.
Lots of whistling. Lots of whistling to tune up.
I hate that.
I do too.
Yeah.
If you're a contester and you contest for 48 hours and you're just mentally drained, just think what 6 hours is with 500 people calling you at the same time. It's just unbelievable.
Then there's that guy last night that goes, "Please copy." He's like, "Please copy."
Please copy.
Please copy the smoking
Kyle?
ape. Please copy me.
Why is please copy such a pet peeve for you, Kyle?
I say please copy all the time.
It's a waste of time.
I say it.
It's a waste of time.
If I was worried about wasting time, I would be in a whole nother profession right now. So
he's literally plummeting to the earth.
Yeah,
please save time.
Well, no.
So
Okay, so I have been
drop
dinged.
Please and just say copy.
No, you just give him the report. 5-9.
I've been dinged. I've been dinged for
59K
saying,
2540. Boom.
Please copy on a POTA activation. That you don't need to say that. So that's a bigger thing than just the parachute.
That's a different issue.
Yeah.
Not for you. It's your issue. It's got to be the same.
Well, contesting, satellites, people plummeting to Earth on parachutes. You don't need to add extra conversation. There doesn't need to be a
satellites.
sentence.
I can see satellites, but
it's 48 degrees. It's 48 degrees here, Carlos. What is it up there at 5,000?
yeah.
How's the weather?
What's the wind chill?
Let me talk about my gout.
I'm working it with a G90 and a G5 RV. So.
Yeah. My gout is really good today.
Well, thanks everybody, and thanks for having me on, Jason. I'm gonna go put them on the big screen so I can watch. I think what Carlos is doing is the most epic active ham I've ever even heard.
If you were a real pro like Ham Radio Dude is, you'd be streaming to both places right now. But
well, I got a little bit of a setup in there where I got the big screen and I got 2 tablets going, and I get to watch it from multiple.
You just don't want people to hear your call sign when you call back to him.
That's right. Hey, I'll be the one too.
Oh, that's the truth.
Hey, guess what? I found the smoking ape in my my WSJTX log today. I've worked on my FT8, so
most of you have.
So yeah, the largest super chat tonight gets the secret. So.
Thank you. I found To, by the way.
Thanks.
I found To. He's over there.
Yeah, To's over there. Thanks, Ape. Great weekend. Great to have you.
I'm gonna shoot too, but I gotta get back to work.
All right.
Thanks so much for having me, guys.
Chris, thank you. Great job, Chris.
Amazing.
Great job.
Fun.
Yeah.
When does he jump relatively, or when does he get off the ground?
About 20. He's off the ground now, I believe.
Do we have the? Well, so I had the website from last night. I could probably pull it up to track. I just don't know what the tail numbers are.
Well, they had that up a second ago, but they don't have it up right now. So,
I should pull up their stream.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
I could post their stream again if y'all need it.
Yeah. I've got. There's only 27 people watching their stream, and there's 248 watching us. So I'm happy that you guys are getting to see both. Hopefully, guys, you're sitting to see both right now.
And whoever's watching either stream gets to see me because I'm on both.
I know, yeah, and Chuck's on both now too.
I was gonna say Chuck's over there, dude's over there, T.O.'s over there. They got mission control running right now.
We're all over there if you watch because I'm virtual camming it to them. So got a good following over there. So
Ham Radio Nomad's giving an update on where they're at. They're in their second volley, whatever that means. If you know aeronautical. Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can hear that.
They're on the same tail number.
I got them up here behind me, boys. I'm kind of with them, but not, you know?
Oh, sorry.
Welcome.
My apologies there, guys. I had my speaker up and I had no mute on.
All right, guys. This is Kilo.
So it looks
Kilo
like
6 Uniform Sierra Yankee.
Looks like Daniel VA3 SDO is holding the frequency open.
Jump from the airplane tonight.
Well, now it's Chuck.
You guys go ahead and come back to me, and I will try to repeat your number there.
Wow,
I guess they're gonna do like some type of net.
Charlie,
maybe they're even gonna do a net whenever
the
Carlos
Charlie
jumps, so it can be less chaotic.
Anybody hear them? Can anybody hear their? I can.
I'm listening right now.
Okay, why don't you pipe it in for a second?
I can't pipe it into the Zoom. You're not able to hear it in Zoom.
You should be able to hear them through my Zoom.
No, you're not. You're not patching it right, Jason.
No.
So here is mine.
Now you got
That's mine. That's me. It's
no, I can't hear the HF. I can only hear the stream.
Okay, just checking all things. I'm gonna switch over to radio audio a minute.
Okay, excellent. So my weather report shows 65 degrees for you out there, Jeff.
It's a rough copy on my end.
How's it working out for you?
Yeah, it's cooled down from today, and so that's pretty much.
Yep,
correct.
you gotta love these buttons. I guess I should probably turn off my fan.
And Jeff, last time we talked, you were working on doing a.
I got 95.
Kind of a crossband repeat thing.
75 hours.
Okay, we were
beautiful.
not. It did not look like we were going to
in Texas.
the mobile.
No, okay, we're down to 91. It's getting a little bit better in the shack.
So we turned that off, unplugged that, and Carlos shut down his computer. But he is having
and up next,
his
prescriptions.
Mobile record. So hopefully we'll have that crossband repeat down to the ground, so we can have another record point for it.
All right, are we serious?
So you guys can't hear them coming through my stream?
No,
because it's showing like it's coming through audio.
I don't hear it.
Well, I muted them now, but a second ago you couldn't hear them.
Nope.
I couldn't tell if it was you or Jason a second ago.
Jason was piping his radio
audio.
audio.
I heard that, but yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why that's not playing. I have them muted now, but like, okay, I'm gonna unmute them right now.
Can you hear that audio from my radio?
Yeah, I just heard November 8 Echo Mike Alpha, or was that not the same radio?
Ooh, they're coming in. They're coming in here.
Here you go.
Jason there.
Who's that? That's Jason.
I think they're coming over. I think you guys on Zoom may not be hearing them, but I bet YouTube's hearing them.
Okay.
You guys on YouTube, let me know if you can hear T.O. and Hobo and all those guys. Yeah, Clay just said he hears T.O. talking. It's because it's not piping back through Zoom to you guys, but YouTube can hear me, so that's what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear it on YouTube.
All right. Thank you, Charlie. Good. All right, I got him muted now because it's really kind of like. It's like listening to a dual receive HT with everybody talking at the same time.
Levels, volume levels. Then you can pick out which conversation.
Well, I can.
In your headset.
It's all through the desktop audio coming back to me. It's all one stream between you and them.
Okay. All right.
So
I guess I'm better at multitasking.
Hey guys, try this tail number for you to track. November 901ST, repeating 9. Correction, November 901 Sierra Tango. That's the plane he used the last time. I got a feeling that may be the same one he uses on a regular basis.
Yeah, that was last night's number too.
Yeah.
So Steve,
N901ST.
Hold on, Steve.
Yes.
Can you tell me what the tail number is on the plane he's jumping? Is it the same one as last night?
It's the same one as last night. It is November 901 Sierra Tango.
Okay, November 90. I'm sorry. Say that again.
November 901 Sierra Tango.
November 901 Sierra Tango.
Roger.
All right. Thanks, man. We're going to track it over here on our side. So thanks a lot.
Can you repeat that?
It just went up with the load before Carlos.
Again.
It was in the air for for the
November 9-1 Charlie Tango.
No, November 9-0 1 Sierra Tango.
Yeah.
Please copy.
Please copy. Please copy sugar.
If it's not a 2x3 or a 2x1, I get confused.
Wait, hold on. Can you repeat it again? November 9-1-0.
No.
November 9-0.
1.
November 9-0.
1 Sugar Tango.
Yeah.
QSL.
Roger.
So it sounds like they are taking check-ins. They're holding the net right now. They're taking check-ins, and the people that checked in to the net, they are going to pass them off to Carlos for a contact.
Yeah,
so it's
sounds like they're going to call.
Right. So that's
avoid
not
the pileup.
Maybe one or two less few lids.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh no, you'll still get a bunch of turd nuggets.
I was able to check in. I'm on the list.
Oh, good.
I guess maybe I'll try to get on the list.
Very good. All right. Well, I wanted to stop in here real quick, gentlemen. I wanted to thank you all and for this awesome weekend that we had. You know, and I'm going to be stepping out and jumping over to the other side. But thank you very much. Lots of awesome information this weekend.
Are you guys watching Carlos right now?
Yes.
Thank you, Beer.
Are you listening to him saying that there's an accident and they can't jump?
No. I got him muted. Sorry.
No.
Hold on one
not
second.
right now saying that there's an accident and they can't jump.
If anybody wants to hang out, I'll do whatever I can to make up for your time.
Yeah, it's on.
And I appreciate that everybody
he's on the ground.
Try to make this happen.
Yeah, Carlos, we are here for you, and we're having a little bit of trouble copying what you're saying, but we heard there was an accident. Is everybody safe out there? Is everybody safe?
That is.
Let me go out. I'll be right back. Let me join this again from out. The signal is better, and I'll explain. Okay.
All right, perfect. We'll stand by.
He's going to get better audio, and he's going to come back and explain what's
one
going
of the
on.
other parachuters
hope everybody's okay.
got hurt during landing. And
everybody in my Zoom, be quiet for a minute.
And they are bringing in a helicopter to take him to the airport in about 15 minutes. So that is one of the reasons why, with the helicopter coming in and everything going on, it sounds like he got the word that it's canceled.
Okay, did you get that, Jason?
Great thing to do.
Yeah, we got Sean, thank you very much. I got that. Okay. All right, so if you got, I don't know what you guys are going to do. If you're going to keep going, then we'll just stand by here. All of you on the StreamYard right now, if you want to join my Zoom, you are all welcome to do that. So whatever you guys want to do, just it's cool. So, but yeah, so it's been canceled because of an accident. Everybody's safe, but there's not going to be a jump tonight. Is the gist of it.
And Jeff, if you want to check in with Carlos, and if he doesn't want to, feel like being on the stream right now, or Carlos, you're there. Okay. If you don't feel like being on the stream, don't feel obligated, man. It's all up to you.
Yeah, we can see you. We can see you. Go ahead and give your report, Carlos.
Yeah.
Trying to get a better signal. So you guys can see me and hear me okay, right?
Yes, sir.
Cool. So I am very sorry. Actually, let me go into the classroom. It'll be even easier there. We're not having a jump tonight. Last has been canceled. One of my friends got hurt on high performance landing.
He went inside and it dropped.
And
inside a big metal box.
Because they're airlifting him out. The helicopter coming in is going to not allow us to operate until the helicopter clears. So that means we're done for the day. I'm glad to stick around and try to make up for your time as I can. I'm very sorry that this is happening, but it's out of my control, and I wish it hadn't happened because it's one of my friends, right?
Right.
So, in general, skydiving is just as safe as anything else that's risk mitigated. Is statistically safer than driving, but even driving, accidents happen. I know because I've been around it twice. Second, while that passes, please.
Okay, so it sounds like we had an injury, and they're bringing in an airlift to get him out, and it's a friend of Carlos's, and it looks like everything's going to be moving forward in a positive direction at this point.
Yes.
What city is he
what
in?
we're going to do is we're going to shut this stream down, and we're going to go back over to Ham Radio 2.0 and finish up the YouTubers Hamfest 21 wrap up. And Carlos, I will drop a link for you if you want to join over there. If not, I understand that you're pretty busy there and safety first.
There's nothing I can do for my friend. The paramedics are taking care of him. He's in good hands. He is not critical, but they're airlifting him out because the local hospital is tiny, and they want to make sure he gets the best care possible because it might be a fractured vertebrae, and they don't want to take any chances with it. So
exactly.
Good call.
So sorry for this. I wish I could change that, and I can't. So I'll join you guys for a while.
No worries.
No apology necessary from you, man. Thanks for doing all you do, and we're here for you.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
All right, everybody, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel for updates and ring the bell to get notifications of when those updates do come out. And we will definitely be doing this again. We will see you over on Ham Radio 2.0. Thanks, everybody.
T.O., send the link to Hobo and Daniel, too, if they want.
Will do.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, bye.
7-3.
73, everybody.
Let's switch that back over here and leave studio. Okay, we are back. People on my Zoom, thank you for standing by for a minute. So that was good. It was kind of, you guys couldn't hear that, but the people on YouTube could hear that. And it was in both ears. It was kind of like listening to multiple radios at the same time, which all of you should be used to. So it's all good.
But with that said, I'm going to hop out because I got to go catch up with my wife.
Okay.
The kids are, I got to go deliver a Nintendo Switch.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend, Josh.
Josh, great job this weekend, Josh.
Yeah, everybody did a great job.
Thank you, Josh.
Really good.
Thanks,
good to have you on, and we're definitely going to do this again next year. Looking forward to it.
Thanks, guys. Good work. I'll talk to you later.
All right, have a good one.
See you later. I got to bail too, guys.
Yeah, I got to hop too. So y'all.
Thanks, Rob.
All right, guys. No problem.
Good night. Good night.
Yep. Good night, everybody.
guys.
We're going to hang out here for a little bit. We've only been going for about an hour. And generally speaking, we go for about an hour and a half on a normal day.
What? I'm looking for the helicopter. Where's the medevac?
Ham radio dude's up till midnight every night anyway. So
waking up at 3 up till midnight, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's not display the helicopter. Let them deal with that.
It's just
He's
just looking at the transponder. He's good.
Yeah, this is. I don't got a live feed or nothing. This is just birds flying in the air.
Yeah.
If they're squawking.
Yeah.
So what actually happened? I was like in between there. All of a sudden they're like, it's over, guys.
Carlos is joining, so he can give us a real time.
What are you drinking, Chuck?
Well, it's not tea.
He said he wasn't spitting it out, and that should tell you something.
Coke with spirit.
Coke with a little extra.
Cheers.
Coke extra.
Oh, it's all fun.
My second drink for the week. So yeah.
There he is.
All right. Hey, Carlos.
Hey, Carlos. What's up, man?
Not a whole lot, guys. Sorry to have interrupted for no good reason, but such is life.
No, you're good. Don't worry about that. I knew your plans this weekend were weather contingent. And I was happy to bring the stream over and let everyone watch it because that was definitely a popular stream last night. So we have all voted unanimously, and by that I mean that I've made the executive decision that next year we need to get you on the lineup for an actually planned stream.
That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool.
So we're gonna do. So we got a whole year to plan it, and we can make it weather contingent, whether it's Friday, Saturday, or Sunday night. That's all good.
And have
we'll be all fluid about it. But yeah, plan on doing that for next year because that'll be a really fun stream, I think.
I'm also planning on going to Huntsville and bringing my rig. There's a drop zone a half hour, 45 minutes away.
Really?
Awesome. So I have every intention of lighting up 14652 in Huntsville and making everybody scream.
Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Will you take a tangent jump?
Can you just imagine?
So I am a tandem instructor, but not all drop zones, they have staff, so they may not let me do a tandem for the sake of making a tandem. So just know that ahead of time.
Just take me up in the plane. I'll go with you.
All right.
And we'll figure it out, but jump with me.
All right, man. So I'm joined here by Nomad.
Hey, there he is.
Nomad is helping with the ground this weekend. So he is just as involved in just as much part of this as everybody else that has been helping. I appreciate all of you.
So Carlos, can you give us a recap of what happened then? Because some of us didn't quite hear everything.
Okay, so I was scheduled to jump on the last load of the day to make this happen. One of my friends was making a high performance landing, and he didn't time the execution of what we call a flare, which is a maneuver to trade vertical speed for horizontal lift. And he smacked the ground pretty hard. The paramedics say he's got possibly a fractured vertebrae, but nothing else is critical. And the local hospital's a tiny unit, and they don't have the capacity to deal with that directly. So all they're going to do is they're just going to triage them and send them to Rockford, which is the nearest big hospital. So instead of doing that, they just called in an air ambulance to come and get them. When the air ambulance gets noted in, all flight operations halt. Because we have to keep the airspace 100% clear for them. And of course, we can't jump. Even if we're in the sky, we've had a number of years ago, I was in the sky with a load, and something happened, and an air ambulance came in, and we just loitered in the air until the air ambulance cleared. So we can't jump when there's a helicopter actively in our landing area.
Carlos, can you explain a high performance landing or a high performance jump?
Sure. So a high performance canopy landing, basically, a typical landing has 3 portions to it. It's called a pattern, and a pattern goes downwind, so you're going with the wind, a base, which is crossing the wind, and then a final, which is going into the wind. That's a typical landing. 99% of landings on skydiving are typical landings. There's a very minute subsection of the skydiving population that does what is called high performance canopy. And what they do is they combine all of that in about 1 turn. So they start basically short of where they want to land, and they start a very massive spiral. So let me back up.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
So you
that.
start.
Yeah.
So you start your landing at 1,000 feet. You set your pattern at 1,000, and then you go down to 600 feet for your base, and then 300 feet for your final. So you make 2 turns. Well, high performance canopy flight, in order to get the speed out of the canopy, you have to spiral the canopy once, twice, 3 times, depending on the canopy and how good of a pilot you are, to gather speed. And you go from, your horizontal speed on a good wing like that is something like 30, 35 miles an hour. And you go from doing that to doing 70, 80 miles an hour. And what you do is you plane out the wing so that instead of aiming at the dirt, you're just barely hovering over the dirt and cruising along. He missed his timing a bit and obviously hurt himself.
Yeah. Carlos, this is really sobering news. I hope that he is well and that the outcome's good. So, positive thoughts.
Like I said, the paramedics said basically they're certain that there's nothing else other than a possibly fractured vertebrae. So they're just airlifting him to err on the side of caution.
Cool.
It's sobering news for me too, because he's a friend of mine. I taught him how to skydive. And I hate to see my friends get hurt.
Sure.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that information with us.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Carlos.
Helicopter's away.
So the helicopter's apparently gone now.
Okay.
Carlos, are you going to be visiting him in the hospital, or I know you probably have to book it back to Indiana, right?
I'm staying here the night. I will probably swing up to Rockford tomorrow just to see how he's doing, if they allow visitors in, right?
Okay.
With the whole Corona situation,
right,
they may or may not. So if they allow visitors in, I'm going to swing in the morning and say hi.
Okay, I was just going to extend, if you need somewhere to stay, if you need to stay here for a couple of days, man, I'm pretty close by, so feel free.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I really appreciate the offer. Thank you.
Not a problem, man.
Good. Ham radio helping each other. So, hey, this was obviously this didn't work out the way we planned, or the way we'd hoped, I should say. But
planning, what's that?
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We'll roll with the flow, and I'm glad to hear that he's not. It sounds like he's not seriously injured. So, do keep us posted on what happens with that the next time. But moving forward here, I would like to hear from Beer Snack, from Steve, and from Carlos and Jeff, and from you, Adam. We talked before you guys got here. We talked about what was your favorite thing about this weekend. What was your favorite episode from this weekend? Carlos, you got a lot of votes for an unplanned stream. So that's why I said we're going to put you on the schedule next year, man. So we'll just go in order. Dan, you're first, man. So thanks for the. And again, those of you who weren't on the happy hour or maybe dropped off because it lasted for four freaking hours. Dan is the smartness behind YouTubersHamfest.com, the website. He put all that together and the schedule and the links and everything. So special thanks to him. And we took up a super chat for him Friday night, which I've got to let YouTube process, and I'm going to be sending to you. So please go ahead, Dan. The floor is yours.
So with regards to everything, like I've got some team replay to do, but with everything, with everything, origami on Friday night was hilarious.
Yeah.
That was definitely great. I know Izzo, his presentation that he did, that was pretty awesome.
Thank you.
And then Tank, I had to clean up the wording on the schedule because that was just not working for me. But with everything, the grounding today, that's definitely on my that's definitely on my rewatch list. But all in all, an awesome time for an entire weekend. And just so much information. And especially stuff to go back and look at. And then of course, probably FT8 off. No
bias. No bias there at all. Yeah.
We were told we couldn't pick our own streams.
It wasn't my stream.
It wasn't his stream. Yeah.
Bravo for that
FT8 off shout out. Yeah. Frank, you should be telling everyone how much you loved my streams this weekend. So shameless plug.
Jason, your streams were excellent.
So let me quick segue, and then I'm gonna go to Steve. So I'm gonna brag a little bit about Izzo, because he hit me up after our last meeting about a week ago, and he's like, dude, I've never live streamed before. What do I do? I was like, dude, do this, do this. Get one of your buddies to help you. Does Clubhouse. Don, you did a great job, man. The timing of your start and stop was perfect. You did a great and I know that Shane did a lot on the background. And hey, you know what? There's nothing wrong. There's a reason I keep Frank around. It is
Frank is the brains of the operation.
That's why I keep Shane around.
Yeah.
You gotta keep the brains.
It's good to have a grunt to do all your grunt work for you. Say, go here, do this.
Sometimes it's a questionable decision, Jason.
Hey, Jason, seriously, Shane taught me a lot. Now he boosted my self-confidence.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, from a personal disappointment, 5 minutes, I wanted to come on to you. I wanted to say hello to Bob. I have never met Bob. I figured virtually.
No.
And for some reason, my camera was locked in on StreamYard. When I went over to Zoom, it wouldn't switch over. So that's something that I got to work on. Do I have to have a separate laptop to do it, or
separate camera?
Separate camera.
That's one of the drawbacks of live streaming, man. We've all done that. Don't worry about that.
Learned.
So,
but thank you.
That's good. Thanks, Don. And thanks, Dan. Thanks for both of you. Your contributions this weekend were very valuable and added to the ambiance of everything going on. KM9G temporarily offline, who is currently online on my channel. So what's up, man?
Oh man, it has been a busy weekend. I don't know. I think I was in 4 streams today, back to back.
Something
It was just
like that. Yeah, y'all did a lot today.
Oh man, it was hectic, but lots and lots of fantastic content coming at me, as well as coming from all of us. And I've got to go back and rewatch some of it. There was some Morse code stuff out there from Red. Thank you, Red. I love seeing Morse code and getting more of that. There was some POTA stuff with Don and Matt, and with the other Jason and Good Game, and that was fantastic. I love POTA. That's one of my favorite things. I did like the FT8 off on Saturday. I have to say that was a good stream. And the one on Friday was also pretty good. The one on Sunday today, I don't know. Maybe we'll try something again this Thursday.
It was hectic.
Yeah, it was a compressed time format.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you guys usually take longer than that. So yeah, that's cool. But I mean, hey, you know what? You were saying that you had a lot of new people in the one today.
Yeah.
So
what do we have? 42 players? 40, 30 some players. High 30s.
So. But you guys had, I mean, pretty much all of the live streams this whole weekend had anywhere from like 150 to 300 people watching at any given time. And I think it was Sean that was saying the other day that you guys usually have what, like 70-ish?
70.
Somewhere between 74 to 78. Typically.
Okay. So a lot of people were asking in the FT8 off yesterday. They're like, how often do you guys do this? So hopefully people gain knowledge about what's going on. We all of us, and I'm talking about all of us, we flood YouTube with all kinds of ham radio content every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, pretty much every day but Tuesday almost. But now Clubhouse is on Tuesday too. So if all of the channels here do regular stuff on YouTube. So definitely go check that out. In fact, the schedule is on YouTubersHamfest.com. The normal outside of this weekend, normal weekly schedule for what we all do is on YouTubersHamfest.com. So good to have you here, Steve. Thank you for coordinating between Carlos and my channel tonight. And too bad it didn't work out, but that's okay because I watched. As I was saying before you guys joined, I'm subscribed to Josh's channel and I've got the bell notification, but I didn't get notified about that last minute thing last night. So I saw he was on. And I clicked on his link, and they'd been going for like 61 or 62 minutes. And I'm like, I missed the whole thing because I didn't get a notification. So
I missed it too. I would like to get the floor to a someone that hasn't been on the streams that much, Hand Radio Nomad, who's looking off. There he is.
I was going there next. I was going to him and Carlos next.
Okay. What was your favorite?
There he is.
That's a lot. Yeah.
You'll have to unmute, by the way, Carlos. I mean, not Carlos.
Jeff. Jeff, you have to unmute. Okay, 1 minute. All right, let's go. Well, while we're waiting on them, let's go to Adam.
All right. So standout shows from my perspective. Number one, I really enjoyed seeing George from Pactena and Ham Radio Workbench on Josh's podcast. Super cool stuff about oscilloscopes. I've got the one that I bought. And I don't know what the hell I'm doing with it, so it's
it was nice. A good one too.
And I love his podcast, and he makes incredible antennas as well. So that was a standout one. And then the other one that was really a standout to me was yours, Charlie, with the ham radio. Morse Code Ninja. Just hearing that stuff and his motivation and what he's done to learn Morse code and just ultimately excel at it was super cool stuff that I think would be just amazing to achieve perhaps sometime when I have a little bit more free time to target at that. The other thing I would say is that for me as well, this was really the first time I've done any live streaming other than being a guest on a number of your streams. I did one live stream from a SOTA summit in Yosemite one time, just streaming the activation for the heck of it. But from a scheduled live stream perspective, these two were my first, and it was nerve-wracking and quite a challenge, but a heck of a lot of fun. So
your first live stream, you decided to do it from a SOTA summit?
No, that was my second one. That was my second one.
Come on, listen. Pay attention, Frank.
So before you joined tonight, Adam, we were all talking about that, and we were all talking about the fact that you had some audio issues, and you had some camera issues with one of your cameras, but you had no internet issues, and that is a miracle. That is nothing short of a miracle to live stream out away in the field somewhere and not have internet issues. So you already accomplished. You already accomplished. Well, it didn't show on the stream because
it did.
I mean.
Let me give you the story here. I'll keep this short, but so I got up to the summit. I'm hiking up and I'm like testing the internet, connectivity and the speed as I'm driving out there and hiking up, and it looks like it's good. And I get to the summit and it's okay. I set up my whole station, got the dipole in the air, got everything set up, and the spot that I picked turns out to not be very good for internet connectivity. So I'm fully set up. An hour and a half before the stream, I make a couple summit-to-summit contacts, and I'm like, it's 45 minutes to go, and I'm like, you know what, this isn't going to cut it. So I broke everything down. I hiked 200 yards across the summit and set up again where I ended up, and got set up there. And other problems I had, this camera that I'm on right now, for whatever reason, the rear facing camera is wigging out and not working with StreamYard now. So it just it shuts off and cycles through like resets when I try to use the rear camera. And that was,
I thought it was the mushrooms in my omelet.
I was just going to say, I love that comment. That was a great comment.
Shrooms. Jason's having magic mushrooms for breakfast, man.
Yeah, I'm out of the Air Force now, baby.
So I was like, no big deal. I've got 2 cell phones with 2 SIM cards. I'll just swap them, swap the positions. Oh, wait. The one that I was going to use to shoot the radio that's close to me that I was going to use for the wireless audio receiver to plug in doesn't have a hardware audio jack on it. And I didn't bring the adapter from USB-C to audio connector. So that wasn't going to work. Bottom line, I figured out I had an extension. I set this camera with the front-facing camera, the one you're looking at me right now with, as the wider view with the flag, and use the other camera on the radio. This one lost connectivity once. That's when you lost the audio and everything, and I had to walk over and hit reset on that one. And then the other one overheated halfway through, and I had to let that cool down for a bit. But you know what? It worked out, and
it was.
You saw the audio issue too.
I've said many times that if you've never had a hiccup while live streaming, then you haven't live streamed enough.
Yep.
So I mean, considering all the obstacles you had to overcome, I thought the stream came off very well. People really enjoyed it. It was hard to hear your audio on your radio through the stream.
Yep.
But you were obviously making contacts, and that's what really counted. And we were saying earlier before you joined also that, there's such a delay on YouTube. People couldn't have watched YouTube and actually called back to you anyway. They needed to listen to the radio full time.
Right.
So I think that was an awesome segment to this weekend. I think you did really well.
I might have tried.
And who hasn't 10 minutes or an hour right before the stream decided to tear everything down, go somewhere else,
True.
set it all up and pray that it works.
Pray that it works. Yeah.
So I just want to ask real quick, Adam, why do you use vocap? Don't you just go up to the summit and the bands just magically happen?
Well, yeah, they generally do. I mean, I use vocap to try to get like Chris in the log, but and Hayden, but I still get the other 15 VKs and ZLs in the log anyway.
Is Chuck trying to burn down his house?
I don't know what Chuck's doing.
Chuck, you're right over there.
It's my tiki lamp, man.
Okay.
I gotta catch that biocap video of yours, Adam. That was one of the ones I was looking forward to seeing. I'm sure it's great. I have a lot to catch up.
It was great. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to Carlos real quick. Yeah. Thank you, Frank. Yeah, let's go back to Carlos. He's back with Jeff now. So, guys, thanks for being here tonight. Let us know what your favorite part of the weekend was, besides your own stuff. Everybody's favorite is their own stuff, and that's cool. Yeah, but what else did you like?
What did you get? I didn't get to watch much because I was teaching a course. I'm going to be team replay for the week.
That's cool.
Jeff?
I'm pretty much the same. I was busy working with Beer Snack and doing upgrades to the FT8 API this weekend.
Nice.
And then working with Carlos doing trying to just get different setups to create more redundancy with recording and with streaming, just because it seems like we never have enough. Stuff always goes wrong.
Well, I'm going to jump in real quick and interject too. I got to say that the FT8 off this week was super smooth, right? Like before, we've had hiccups in the past where all of a sudden the scoreboard will go down. And I'm not making fun of you guys. I'm pointing out like there's been problems, and these guys were like on it, and they're like, man, yeah. Your Snack was like, I beefed it up. We're running 86,000 gigahertz processors, and I mean, I'm pretty sure he had Amazon Web Services in his house.
He tied in all those Commodores, didn't he?
At least
retasking the Bitmine farm here. Hold on.
Right, these two guys really did work super hard this weekend. So
don't forget to turn that back down, Dan.
Yeah.
With all that said, you guys, the minds behind the FT off, which I think is great. This was the first time I really came in and tried it.
And you won too, which was amazing.
I won in my own mind, but no, I didn't win. I sucked. I was like, come on.
He was supposed to represent the West Coast, and he sucked.
I know. I obviously, I'm an effing new guy. FNG.
At least we had Adam in there. I mean, Adam was running QRP and making more points.
What I'm going after is, guys, please set up a Venmo or like a PayPal. I mean, what's a buck, a $5, whatever we throw into that, and you guys, I mean, obviously you're building the backbone to this contest thing. I think it's only going to get better. So
dude and I have a plan for that. Dude, tell them what the plan is.
Yeah,
oh,
to
good.
piggyback off of that, on top of our once a week on Thursday nights that we do the FT8 off, we do, or we're going to continue to do one stream on Tuesdays a month, and that one stream is a donation stream to Jeff and. Excuse me, Dan.
Snack.
I don't know why, man. I'm stroking out here, but
Dan the man.
So that's just another way on Tuesday night a week. We're going to make sure that they have a donation night where many people can donate to them, and everything will go to them.
Well, right on. I'm just trying to sidestep the IRS.
Yeah. Hey, to be fair, I'm the one paying the IRS. They're getting. They're not going to be paying the IRS. So either way, it works out. But yeah, I mean that's a good idea too, of course.
That's something that's been in the works. I've had many people reach out, and I'm just like, just send it off to dude, send it to Good Game for everything he does. I'm whatever I get, it's going to go right back out anyway, because I'm all for supporting and hammering it forward in this hobby. That's what.
Because if it blows up,
like that too.
If it blows up, of course, Tio shared the process to get it connected. But let's say it blows up and there's a website to where it's like, yeah, I want to do this. And then it's $1, $5, right? We're hams. We'll keep it cheap. But hey, that little something will definitely help. And then that will get you the info how to put in your UDP, right?
Yeah. So first off, keep in mind that all of the points matter. I mean, this is a life and death situation. This is super important. You will not be able to make it to retirement age. You will not have fruitful children. There will be all kinds of problems if you do not win this contest. And so definitely 100% keep track of your logs, archive these things for good measure for future references. Lots of arguments and holy wars on the Toads Discord. Worst case scenario, we will upload the logs later on and retally the scores, as long as we do it before the next event, because at that point bragging rights are off. 6:45 p.m. on
and you guys
Thursday nights.
You guys do the dance thing every time you get a super chat anyway, so I'm not sure why you even need PayPal.
It's cardio, man.
Just do like a strip super chat.
When was the last time you broke a sweat on Ham Radio?
Every time
see that.
Every time you get a super chat, Ham Radio dude takes off a piece of clothing.
Well, that was the.
It's not going to happen on my channel, but you guys should do it.
The first time Hayden stood up, we thought he was doing that.
That was the plan.
Who knows about that guy from down under?
And you know
about those guys.
Another thing is
to not take off the clothes.
Another thing I told my wife, I went into the house earlier today. I was like, man, second time in a row, I just bombed, I just did terrible. And she was, she doesn't understand any of this, but I was like, yeah, I was really hoping to place in this little contest, we were doing. She was like, oh, that's cool. What would you have won? I'm like, nothing. So let's say it does cost $5. At least you can maybe get a T-shirt, or I don't know.
Tell her you win a cruise to the Caribbean.
It looks good on your resume. Just remember that. It's good.
Yeah, that's right.
And your permanent record. And your permanent
Winner
record.
of the FT8 off. Yeah.
Here you go, Jason. Right there for you.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
I'm good on QRZ, buddy.
Man, he is fast with that paper.
Oh wait, this is mine from a few weeks ago. Yeah. Wait, that's right.
Can you see that?
Winner. What?
Yep.
That would be cool if you guys were to offer the winner every week something small like a T-shirt or something.
We're getting there. We just got to get better sponsorships. That's all.
We'd like to, but we don't have any sponsors. So if you did like what you see this weekend,
we're just spitballing.
I could sponsor a couple of episodes.
So here's the deal.
Let's throw some Balfangs out there.
Yeah. I could
Jason
sponsor
and
a couple of episodes.
So here's the deal. Jason and I live pretty close. We're gonna get up and get our heads together and figure out how to
Chuck, come on, Chuck. I thought we were going to talk about this. Chuck.
He was a firefighter,
brother. So we're gonna get some strategery on this whole thing here and see if we can at least beat Dude. Man, he kicked butt tonight.
I did well tonight, didn't I? 20 watts and 10 and 6 meters.
I've got a whole basement.
Antenna.
I got a whole basement of stuff that I can donate.
I'm not gonna lie though, I was like upstairs after
behind the bottom of the moon.
Behind the moon.
Behind the moon.
Flex someplace else.
The dark side of the moon, brother.
You guys want it, you can have it.
We could even do like mugs too, like FT8 off mugs and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, do something different every week and just, kind of check it out and see what what people like, and you'll get a feel for what, you know, a lot of people came in and loved the T-shirt, but only 2 people wanted the mug or something like that.
Sure.
You know, just as an example, you're like, okay, so let's
We're
do
gonna
more T-shirts.
we're gonna put a mug on the table as the prize, and no one's gonna compete.
Yeah.
Don't want that. I might accidentally win. Oh, the radio, the Good Game showered with first place.
Oh,
God, you just had to bring that up.
We want
to
gain
prize.
We want to gain viewers, man. Come on.
Did you say shower?
Yeah.
You didn't see that?
Oh, you didn't see that one? You got to go watch the Good Game Ham Radio shower HT video.
Don't watch it.
He was testing the IP rating.
It wasn't very good.
Yeah.
I mean, the video was okay.
The dude knows a better way to test IP ratings.
Yeah.
Just listen. Jason, just listen if you watch it.
Just listen if you. Yeah, that's.
You know, speaking of that, I want to let the people know at Google they need to get on the board. Why doesn't YouTube play with your phone screen off? Twitch does.
Because you didn't pay for it.
You have to pay for it.
You have to pay for it.
Yeah, YouTube Premium.
YouTube Premium will let you do that. Yeah.
Because Twitch will play with the screen off.
Yeah.
Yep.
So will a regular podcast, because a lot of times I'll put on YouTube and just listen to it. I'll put my phone down somewhere and I'll have my earbuds in and I'll just walk around while I'm working and listen to it.
What do you got to pay?
I don't pay
Lots
for
of
it.
money. It's YouTube.
I just let my screen play.
I think it's like $8 or $10 a month.
Yeah.
I pay for it so I can get the music. But
$10. YouTube Red.
My kid plays club soccer. It's $2,000 a year.
Ooh. Yeah.
It's not that much.
No.
Yeah, so it's $10 more a month. You know.
Yeah, what's another $10 a month? Just
and I never see your ads.
So, Jason,
Right,
if
right.
you get YouTube Red, there's no commercials in
Yep.
YouTube, right?
Correct.
And you get YouTube Music. I think I've been subscribed to YouTube Red for ever since it came out.
Can we get paid for this as an ad for YouTube?
Those
They
guys
think they
don't
are.
care. We're
We're
lucky
paying
not to
them.
get canceled.
Yeah.
Especially after the 4 hours on Friday night.
I bought
Yeah.
YouTube Red because the first season of Cobra Kai was on YouTube.
Oh,
and then it
yeah.
got sold to Netflix.
There you go.
And so I bought YouTube, I watched Cobra Kai, and then I
Daniel was a
canceled
jerk.
it. So, but yeah. Anyway,
Nice.
it's all good. All right, guys. Hey, we've been going for about 90 minutes. I think we've had a really long weekend.
Yes, sir.
So, Coffee and Ham Radio tomorrow at what time?
0900 9 a.m. Central Time. We don't do UTC.
We're gonna do the walk of shame.
That's all right.
Too much math.
Well,
it's called the
9
morning after.
Yeah. The 9 a.m. Central Time tomorrow is 1400 UTC. So 1400 UTC for everybody who's outside of Texas.
7 out here on the left coast.
Yep, 7 o'clock.
I mean West
I used
Coast.
to be on the right coast, then I moved to the mid coast.
Chuck's got to get up a little early.
Chuck's already
He's
up.
an old
I have
man.
to
He's
tell
gotta
you
get
that I
his
was
pee.
up at 4 o'clock anyhow.
I was gonna
didn't
say,
He's got to get up at 4 to pee.
I turned that.
Damn,
That's
Chuck.
It's not far off.
Chuck, I'm sorry, man. I got your back.
Almost
for one
dropped
of
my
them.
cigar on that one. That was
Hey, you know, every once in a while, cops can make
Good
it.
job,
I mean,
dude.
they can do
Yeah.
it.
Good job.
You got me.
Very often.
That was good. That was
Yeah,
good.
that was pretty early. But you know, I wanted to get Colin a little bit more for the, you know, if we did him at 5 o'clock, then the West Coast probably wouldn't have seen his stuff at all. And I thought we do the Coffee and Ham Radio every week, so twice, and I just figured that would be a better spot for him. It was like 3 o'clock in Europe, so it was a good time for actually everybody. Well, still a little bit early here, but his antenna is just so freaking awesome. That's I want people to see it, and I just don't think people have found him. Well, they did today because he had like 20 subs at least by the time.
Carlos, did you
that's
bring
good.
enough for
He had
everybody?
more subs than I did.
That's good. That's good.
Real quick, Jason, you were in the stream today where they hit a 1 in the chat and I said their name.
Yes.
Yes.
When you're done here and you want to say 73, I'll say goodbye to them if they hit a 1 in the chat.
Okay.
We'll try to.
This
do
is
the super
dude's
hit thing.
special
He's
skill.
good.
He's really
He's
good
a
at
This is his
this.
special skill.
He's
Well, I
special.
got T.O. He's not very good at it, but don't tell him I said
Oh,
that. Because,
man.
Dude, you got a board. You need some echo. You need to be like,
He
you need a
does
little
have a
echo
board.
on that announcement, man.
It's
Come on,
a neat,
bro.
It's a neat idea, but I'm like, yeah, you missed that one. You missed that one. Oh, you missed those 3. You missed that one. You missed
Okay, dude. I'll tell you what. We'll let Jason do it,
No, I didn't say I could do it. I didn't say I could do it.
I can't. Oh, wait, which one? Wait, which
don't
one?
Cast stones, you know. Don't cast stones.
Well, FAK, I know you'll be totally awesome at it.
Yeah.
I can't read that fast.
You could build a DX commander.
Right. That's true. Yeah. Very true.
Wait, he can build a DX commander.
But I can build it. But I can build a hex beam in 20 minutes.
There you go. I was just about to
that
say.
was like an hour.
Prove it.
Okay. I've got it on video.
You have it on video. That's
Well, that was pretty good.
I think you've been called out.
That's easy. Easy.
I can build a 4-element 10-meter beam on the summit in 10 minutes. Does that count?
I did my mocks in like 10 or 15 minutes on a summit.
My DX commander's already up. I'm good.
Drive up summit.
Yeah. So, all right.
You better start reading. They're dropping ones.
Well, I was gonna wait. Wait, hold on.
I know. Yeah,
I'll make sure there's plenty.
I'll announce it.
There you go. Thank you.
There's plenty of we're not going to run out of chat room, I guarantee. So, so thank you to
special. Oh no, yawn. Is that what that means? Maybe that's one in a different language.
Oh no,
don't make fun of the Noel, man.
The Noel.
I love Noel. I love Noel.
He's a good dude.
Noel's awesome.
I just don't know what he put up there.
He wanted to say Juan.
Yuan.
That was supposed to be Juan.
Yuan?
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about.
There it is.
He spells like Frank.
It's over my head. Well,
could be. But huge thanks to all the channels who presented this weekend, but an extra special thanks to all of you who followed along in the chat. Thanks for all the donations of Super Chat, but even all the participation of the chat and all of the questions that got asked in the streams that needed it, and all of the comments and all of the support. I know I can speak for I feel comfortable speaking for everybody when I say that it means a lot to us when you guys come by and watch the streams that we do and participate in the chat. That's a huge part of it. If we were to live stream and get only 2 or 3 people chatting, it wouldn't be nearly as worth it. So it's really special to have you guys in the chat, especially for such a long weekend of so much great content. So really appreciate that. So with that, I will say if you want Ham Radio Dude Sean to read your name and say a special thank you to you, put a 1 in the chat starting now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Start your ending.
Pin him. You got to pin him.
I don't see anything yet. I don't see anything yet.
What was that? End stream?
I see a Tank Radio with a .999. We got Jeff N4 POD. What's up, buddy? Hey, thanks for being here this weekend. And that's all I got so far. There we go. Ham Radio TV with the 1. Clay Z3R. Bill Rogers. What's up, buddy? Keith. It's kind of slow. Sid. Smoke Signals RF. Wayne Johnson with a 321. Sean Mahoney.
There's a delay.
Collins. Oh, here we go. John M7 CPT. Temporarily offline. Daniel Hallmark. We got Jody, Andy, Mike. Well, there it goes. There it goes, Craig. Whoa, man. All of a sudden, we got Dan Beersnack. We got Covain. We got C. Wright. I just lost them all. We got FEP.
They are
Sean.
bearing.
We got Paul. We got Wild Hogs and Ham. We got Dan.
Act like your life depends on it.
We got Ilford. I can't read any faster. We got Kurt. We got Blue Water. We got Kurt. We got K7 VFO. We got Kurt. We got Kurt. We got Bill. We got Paul. We got Marty. We got Smoke Signals RF. We got Bud. We got Ham Radio Hobo. We got Demilitarized. We got Brian, FEP Labs, Andy Cowley, Brian again, Paul Garver. We got Richard E. We got Brian. We got Brian again. We got Paul Garber again. We got Kevin, KAJEK2. We got Dan Martin, Steve Eden, Joseph Collins, James Jenner, Ham World Online, TC Fitz, Dave B. Dan Martin. We got Ham Radio Hobo, and ladies and gentlemen, Neon 51. 73.
73.
73, guys.
That was really fun.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. That was a great weekend. Appreciate everyone's help, and we will catch you tomorrow for
Coffee and Ham Radio.
Coffee and Ham Radio and Monday Night Ham Radio tomorrow night. So 73.
Hey, wait.
What?
Dude, cue the music. Can you do it?
I can't cue the music.
Never mind.
If you give me like 2 more seconds, I can. But no.
Okay, I'm
go
counting now.
2 seconds. You got
go. We're getting it ready for tomorrow, man.
We had some good momentum there.
What do you want to hear? Which one do you want to hear?
1,000.
We're gonna go with Dennis 7KM, Paul Gilbert. We got WEC B64. I'm trying to stall
The
while I
most
plug in
entertaining thing
here.
I've seen all day.
And ladies and gentlemen, let's do it.
Here we go.
Let's go!
Jason's dancing. KC5HW is finally dancing.
I'm sad to be in a world where this is considered
dancing. I know. Gosh. Frank hasn't been out, has he?
No, not much. No. 73 to everybody.
Frank's working it. Look at that.
That's awesome, dude. Good job.
7-3.
7-3, everybody.